Hello, Red Wave. This is Beware Bulldogs podcast, and it has been way too long. We hope you enjoyed your holiday season, your Christmas, your New Year's. We're back to talk basketball, and we'll be talking football as well later on this week. Don't worry, that's not going anywhere. We got a lot to talk about in the football world. But today, Cole Nail, my brother, joins me today to talk about Fresno State basketball. They just finished. We just got home. And they just finished playing the Nevada Wolfpack. We ended up losing. What was the final score? 72-57. 72-57. Game was close early on. We'll talk about all of that and more. So I got my hood on. It's freezing in my house right now. I got the fireplace going. I got the heater on. I should get a little heater in this room. It is freezing. Cool. You have a great setup there. I said you were drinking a glass of wine before. Are you feeling good? How's everything been, man?
Yeah, I got a little wine left. I don't know. It's been busy, but been keeping up with these state games, even though we haven't really been covering them, because that's a whole nother thing to do. But somewhat keeping up with everything. And honestly, it was nice taking a break because, I mean, we're pretty terrible.
Yeah. So if you're on YouTube, you can follow us. If you're not on YouTube, you can follow us on YouTube. Beware Bulldogs. We're also wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find us on there. You can follow us on Twitter at Beware_Bulldogs and on Instagram Beware Bulldogs Podcast. My personal is Caleb_Go Dogs. Cole's personal is Cole_Nail Nale. And yeah, dude, it's been a rough go. But if you were listening earlier on Saturday morning, I put one out for San Diego State because we didn't get one out. Cole and I said we were going to do it, and we didn't do it. We're very bad at this. I'm sorry. So I did it in my car, and it was very opinionated. Just more about the program, things like that. We'll get into it more, I'm sure, tonight. Let's start, Cole, with the attendance, because I thought we got to get some positives in, right? As always.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, they did a $5 flash sale, and there were a lot of people there. A lot. I was shocked when I pulled in on all the parking spots that were taken. It took everyone a while to get in there, but that's Fresno. But the crowd was there. They all showed up. I was happy about that. You have to be happy about that, right?
Yeah, it was a good time at the game. The most packed by far, not even close, that's been this season.
This year.
Oh, I don't know what was reported or has been reported in previous games this season, but yeah, this year this game was a lot of fun. So
yeah, no, it was good. We're teaching people how to cheer at the basketball games, when to stand, when not to stand. Heck, I don't care. You can stand the whole game, but when to stand. That's what we're teaching people. Still, though, I don't know if any students showed up.
Yeah, about the same amount of students showed up, but they get in free every game.
Right.
I don't. They're giving out multiple iPads. That you're not going to get students in there. They have the worst seats in the house.
Yeah.
You got to give them one of the middle sections, at least one of the middle sections.
Well, what needs to happen is that they need to block off certain sections. It should be general admission.
Yeah.
First come, first serve. You fill up this spot, close it off. Fill up the next spot, close it off. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have seats and things like that. I guess if you're a donor or something like that, but just put them in the suites. Not even half the suites are filled ever. So just put them up there. Anyways, I thought the attendance was great. So if you made it, good on you, and thank you for coming out and joining us. What were you gonna say, Cole?
No, it's just, as we all know, it's just a mismanaged hellhole at Fresno State as usual. There's no getting around that. If you work for Fresno State, I'm sorry, but that's just how it's been. That's how it's been. So
It's the Save Mart Center. Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned it before. But the Save Mart Center is not technically not Fresno State, but we've had bad experiences this year. They stopped taking cash in the parking lot. They stopped
yeah,
taking cash because they have people stealing their cash, whoever was running it. So look, that is money that we can trade. That's something that we trade in the United States legally. You should be able to take my cash. You can't tell me you can't take the cash. Well, I don't get this.
yeah.
It's that really frustrating me. But anyways, we're already turning south quickly. Back to another.
I don't know. One thing
Uh,
about the fans, though, because there were so many people, everybody, of course, doesn't want to pay for parking, so they all park over by Mad Duck across the street. I don't know what do they call that shop or
Campus Point.
Campus Point. Everybody parks over there, and they run across. There's no sidewalk right there, right next to the Save-Mart Center to that Campus Point parking lot. So everybody's sprinting across. I'm really surprised nobody got hit because there were just hordes and hordes of people sprinting across. We decided not to do that and went to the roundabout where they had a crosswalk. But that's like just as dangerous because the idiots doing the roundabout have no idea what the hell is happening. So I'm like putting my hand out before I go out, making sure, like waving it. Disaster. Because we boycott paying for parking. We used to pay for parking, Caleb and I, but now we boycott, like Caleb said, because we would just pay it in cash because that was easier for us. I know it's 2024 now, and everyone's like, "Oh, I want to use credit cards and go into debt." We don't do that. We pay in cash, and so now we're boycotting parking at Fresno State. So
that's true. I can't argue with that. Cole has a flip phone, by the way. That's how old school we are.
I need to make sure this is silenced.
All right, Cole. Let's talk about this basketball game, and we can talk positives right away because right out of the gate, this Fresno State basketball team looked good. I mean, we were in this game for a long time. I don't remember the exact moment that Nevada started pulling away, but shoot, we were in this game. There were 3 lead changes in this game. The game was tied 3 times. The end result of 72-57 doesn't do the entire game justice. Yeah, the back half of the second half was bad, but the first half and I'd say, a little bit in the second half, it was a good basketball game and good basketball players in this game. Overall reactions to the game, Cole?
Well, whenever I'm, especially from a like reporting on the game standpoint, I try to watch the game on an unbiased point of view, and it was one of those games where I thought that Nevada was in control the whole game. There was one little run we went on in the second half. I think we brought it within 4 or 5 points. I was like, oh wow, if Nevada doesn't put us away here, we're gonna pull this out. But then timeout, they made adjustments and put us away for good. But it was one of those games where I kept looking at the scoreboard. I'm like, wow, Fresno State's still in this? It just felt like Nevada. To me, it felt like Nevada was in control the whole time. I know, we got off. I mean, you said we got off to a hot start, but it was really just Isaiah Pope's 3 right in the beginning. That was big to start us off because we're playing a high-powered Nevada offense, and we needed that to start this game. But then from there, I just felt like we didn't have any control over the game.
A high-powered offense for us is just hitting any 3. And
still, same story for 2 years now. Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get to you guys right now, and then because I realize I've been pretty terrible at getting to you guys, so we're going to do that right now after. And I should say let's talk some basketball.
Let's play some basketball.
Okay, well, let's play some basketball. All right, so Sierra Nevada Sam says, we kept it competitive against a solid Nevada squad. I get tired of people complaining. Sorry, Sam. Entertaining game We battled and kept it competitive against a team that will make a run at the Mountain West Championship and most certainly make the NCAA tournament. Yeah, I think we broke. Yeah,
you can't argue with that statement, really. I mean, we did keep it competitive.
Yeah. Green V559. There was the fight/passion we've been looking for. Dogs went after it tonight. And that's not all of it, but it reminds me of something. I was worried about the San Diego State game. Of course, we all were, because San Diego State, great team, and we know the challenge that was in front of us. But I was worried about it for morale reasons. One, for the team, because I didn't want them to get down, and two, for the fans. Well, thank goodness I was proved wrong, because morale-wise, it seemed like they came out hot with energy, which I wasn't sure if they were going to, and all the fans showed up. A lot of fans showed up after that blowout. So I was really happy about that. He says, one team was well coached and made adjustments. The other team is coached by Justin Hudson, and it shows.
Hey, yeah.
Well,
should we elaborate on that?
Yeah, well, I will. I'll say one thing. So our seats are 3 rows behind the away bench. And so we get to see and hear everything that goes on with the away bench and the coaches and what they say. And I enjoy it. Of course, I'd love to hear that on the other side, what we're doing.
Which we get some.
What's that?
We get some of it.
Yeah, we get some of that.
Not the turning to the assistant, maybe saying in an inside voice a few things. We don't get to hear that stuff from Fresno State. We just hear what's being hollered.
Right. So, so my question after the game to Cole was, hey, Cole, did you hear, I think Alford is his coach, Alford, coaching during the game? How much did you hear him?
Yeah, you said how much coaching did you hear coming from the head coach during the game?
Yeah, and Cole goes, this much. And that was my point. Cole was exactly right, and he knew where I was going. So yeah, I hardly heard him coaching during the game.
This much was just a little smidget with my fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the point. As a basketball coach, you shouldn't be coaching and screaming and yelling the entire basketball game, because that just means your kids don't know what's going on. Really, you're yelling at a player wasn't in the right spot or made a stupid decision, or you're yelling out a play, something like that, or what defense.
I think it shows a lack of confidence in your players as well. Yeah.
Alford didn't do that. I think he did it once. He yelled at somebody for making a stupid foul. That's it. But
yeah, and you know what I think the player did after that?
What?
Sorry, you kind of cut out, Caleb.
What did he do?
No, I think the player smiled.
Yeah.
Smiled and was like, yeah, I know, coach, I got you, sort of thing. And that was one of the main differences too that I saw even in the beginning of the game. I didn't mention it, is they had a swagger and a confidence that Fresno State doesn't have. Fresno State, they look like losers when they're warming up. They don't. I mean, they might be having a good time throwing down some fun dunks, but when you watch a winning Nevada team specifically, like tonight, these guys are going to win. They're having a blast, and they're disciplined though.
Cole and I were talking about that before the game. It was very, it was apparent, like, okay, this team is here and they're ready to win. This team kind of looks, and we got ripped on my basketball team. We got ripped for joking around and doing exactly what their warm up was. Our coaches make us do push-ups on the floor mid-game for that kind of warm up. And so you could tell before the game started how it was going to go or how it was going to end. Let me continue. Curtis Haar didn't make a field goal in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of a game. They were in striking distance. I feel like I've seen that movie before. Yeah, late game adjustments. That's really when the coaching comes into play. When you call a timeout, you make the adjustment. Can we get our players open? And what sums up this entire game was the last possession that Fresno State had. It was so bad.
Yeah, we were looking at each other like they just want to get out of here. 30 seconds left in the game, and they just want to get out of here.
we didn't get a shot up. We had the ball. We took our time, set a high ball screen. We're trying to run an offense, things like that. We're not going to win the game, but at least act or try to be competitive. Act like you care about this.
Right.
Go down. You
Get
got to
the
get
ball,
up
shoot a three.
hit it. Foul. You try to get back in this game, but rather we turn the ball over. They go down and won. What are we doing? We get the ball last second. We just sit there. We can't even get off a shot. Then we don't go down and get up a shot. So we want to run an offense, and then we don't even get up a shot. We turn the ball over again. So, man, yeah. Randy Buller, ignore the final score. They battled hard and made it competitive. Too many turnovers. A lot of turnovers. Randy, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I can ignore the final score, but yeah, they did battle hard and they were competitive.
The final score is good to bring up. I think it's necessary to bring up because what you just mentioned, the coaching. Yeah, our guys battled hard, but in a system that doesn't allow them to win. It's a system that hates losing and doesn't love winning, and there's a big difference.
Right. That's good. We had 14 total turnovers, and they had, I want to find their point. They had 10 points off of those 14 turnovers. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, it was dumb turnovers. That looked weak with the ball, didn't know what was going on, and I said it in the car recording, but teams know what we're going to do. And if Andre or Enoch catch the ball up top, why the heck are they going to guard him? They just go double somebody else, and we're not that great at passing the ball. Our bigs are not that great at passing the ball. And so they throw a weak pass or force it somewhere and turn the ball over. And it's
well, that's Kev and I. We were sitting next to each other in the game, and right in the beginning, Andre would get it, and he wasn't even necessarily on the block. He was more like, I don't know, little elevated short corner almost, and I don't know exactly what that position would be called, but immediately their big guy was on, and Blackshear just completely turned his head, ran to Andre, and then Andre is in the corner waving his hands. He doesn't know what to do. Luckily, he got the pass off, and that was the whole first half. It's like, ooh, I love this, Caleb. I love this. I love what Nevada's doing right now, and it worked.
Well,
we had trouble getting shots off.
Yeah, most teams are going to double Andre because they know we struggle to pass the ball out.
Every time we got the ball down low, it was Enoch or Andre, whoever.
Yeah. David S says, when does baseball season start? And Los Ballin says, watching it live, their screens are They set horrible screens.
Well, because everyone sees the screens coming.
Yeah, it's you think with two big, a 7-footer, 6'10", 6'11" guy, and Enoch and big, we can go set a screen, seal, actually run a pick and roll. They know it's coming. They see it coming. So we just slip every time. We bump them and then just slip.
Right.
And that doesn't do Isaiah Hill or Yap anyone any good. That doesn't slow them down, doesn't do anything. It would be better for our bigs to actually hit him, seal him. You're going to seal him because you're way bigger than him. It's going to happen. Seal him, go to the floor, cut. There's a mismatch right there. If they help, you kick. If you force help on the other side, you kick to the other corner. It's easier said than done. I get it. But I agree with you, Los. Set the screen. There's no reason to slip right now. Yes, we're open sometimes on the slip, but even when they slip, we're not making a good pass. We're throwing a chest pass to a 7-footer. You lob it to the 7-footer, he's gonna get it. So there's the differences between a well-coached team and a poorly coached team.
Well, the only thing that's open is because our guys slip so much that weak side wing or strong side, whatever wing is nearest, helps down. And our point, Yap only played 5 minutes. Yap and Hill, though, they They both recognize that and swing it immediately to the corner. But then our guys can't shoot. So that's literally the only option that comes from these things.
Yeah.
Which is fine
Well,
if we can
yeah, that's
shoot.
good. Yeah.
But we
Right.
all know Fresno State can't shoot. We don't have a guy like, what was it, Lucas or McIntosh on the floor
Those
that can.
guys.
2 guards from Nevada. One of them was on the floor throughout the whole either one of those guys was on the floor the whole game. And lights out. Unbelievable shooters. Great to watch in person.
It was insane. You left Lucas an inch, and we saw it last year, but the dude is so smooth. Oh my gosh, he's so smooth.
Yeah, and you look at him and he just looks like
He looks like a dad.
some
dad
loser.
out there playing. And he's just torching you.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't pick him first on the playground, let me tell you.
Heck no. But that, once again, well-coached player. And Alford is a great coach. I mean, you look at Lucas and the entire Nevada team, they had a big Davidson, slow white guy. I mean, he was good. He was very good. But no reason that this guy should be banging with Andre and Enoch. But they know how to box out. They know where to be. They know how to read screens, and they defensively, defensively, we're supposed to be this great defensive team. I can't hear us talking. We got to talk. Talk. Nevada, I could hear on the other side of the floor, yelling, pointing, what's going on. We are pretty quiet. So, there's a lot that needs to happen here. And I said this on the last episode, Cole, and I'm gonna say it right in the middle here, is that the last thing I want for our boys is to pick up bad habits now, especially the ones that will not be at Fresno State next year, or they're going to go into their career. The last thing I want for them is to pick up bad habits, because it's going to be really easy for them to do that when you're on a losing team and a coach who's probably on his way out. It's going to be really easy. And the last thing I want them to do is pick up those bad habits. So stay with it, boys. But we got to get better. And it does start with the coach. Now, let's talk about the minutes and things like that. So Tavares didn't play. There's no word on if he was injured, if he was sick.
That we
but
know
what
of.
I do know, that we know of, he was out there warming up with the team, throwing down windmill dunks. Didn't play.
I know
great. He's a little. Yeah, he's as healthy as can be. That's for sure. He's a little wild and he goes hard, but that's what we need. We need that out there. Yeah. There's even more energy.
Well, not only is he wild, but he's big enough, lanky enough, fast enough, jump high enough to get there and do those crazy things.
Right. He's making something happen.
Yeah.
And then Donovan Yap only played 5 minutes. So as we run through the box score here, just keep that in mind. We'll get there. We can run. Isaiah Pope finished with 18. He led the team with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. He also had 4 turnovers. Isaiah Pope, Cole, I don't know what to think, because he has been our leading scorer most games, but I watch him and I don't know. I just can't. I don't know, Cole. Tell me, what am I thinking? Like, I can't get on the bandwagon. Like, there's no energy on defense from Pope. Very little. I don't know.
Okay. He puts up a lot of points, but there's 2 things that really make me tick, or just make me not enjoy watching Isaiah Pope, which is sad to say, because he is, like you said, but he forces a lot of shots, a lot of bad shots he forces. And it's not, maybe you can blame a few of them on the shot clock, so we just got to get a shot up. But there were a lot of times where he would drive in and there's 2 big guys and he tries to put the shot up and it's a hard shot and we could get a better shot. I hate that. Now, I am happy that in Hutt's offense, somebody has the freedom to do that. So I guess there's that. Sorry?
And Pope is taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and I'm happy somebody's doing that. But if I was running that offense, that would be unacceptable. On defense, though, what really makes me, I mean, he could be the greatest offensive player ever, and I'd probably sit his butt, and he would be getting 5 minutes a game instead of Yap because he gets caught ball watching constantly. And it's so annoying if you just focus on him and watch him, especially in person, because that's when you can really tell if they're watching ball purely. His guy cuts and then he'll react half a second too late. And yeah, I know it's terrible. He really hurts us on D. You mentioned it. You've been mentioning it all season, Caleb, that he hurts us. But
you have to have somebody that can score too.
yeah, and he just doesn't seem high energy. I don't know why. It's not like one of those guys like we were talking earlier, Caleb. Blackshear, a forward guard on Nevada. He looks like a pro. He does everything with ease, or it looks like he does. It looks like he's not even trying. And that's not what I'm talking about with Isaiah Pope, as in low energy. There's something missing. And it might be what I had mentioned.
Blackshear is successful most of the time, and it looks easy for him, but then it's his demeanor after the fact, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe even during. I see him talking, he's leading the team, he's commanding attention on the floor, he's telling his teammates where to go. He's
laughing with
trying to he's laughing, smiling, talking with the refs, joking with everybody, talking smack, and he's looking to get his best shooter, his best scorer on the team, the ball. So Jared Lucas is always in the front of Blackshear's minds. I got to get him the ball. I got to hand the ball. Where is he? Where is he? This guy can shoot. And late in the game, when they needed buckets, it was Blackshear with the ball. And did Blackshear score? No. He forced help and passed. And that's that.
Well, and if the pass, he would always look for the pass, and if the pass wasn't open, he'd shoot a fadeaway jumper, which he was exceptional at making.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's the differences. I think what happens with our boys is that they get put in a situation offensively where they're not going to be successful. Like we're not setting screens for Ducell okay. The two best shooters in the world, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, do not sit in the corner and wait for the ball to come to them. Any basketball player knows this, right? But what our offense does is we try to force help somewhere else and then kick and shoot, right? Well, that's not going to be a successful offense game in and game out. You have to get your shooters and scorers moving, and we just do little – it's supposed to be like kickbacks, but they're more like lackadaisical tosses. The guys up top go back and forth, and then maybe we'll hit a guy down low. Maybe we rip through and try to go by. Oh, there's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, crap. Throw it up. So it doesn't put us in good situations. And so I think someone has to take advantage of their man at some point. And Pope is the guy saying, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to go score. I'm going to have to score for us to have any chance of winning this game. Unfortunately, at the same time, I understand your point, Cole. You can't force it. You can't do that.
Well,
so
you want to win.
Right. And we talk every game, or every time we've talked, we said Ducell has to score 12 points a game to be in it. He had 6.
He went 2 for 4 from 3. So maybe props to Nevada for shutting him down on the amount of threes he could shoot. Pope as well, 2 for 4.
The other thing is about shooting, though, is that you give Lucas or McIntosh from Nevada an inch, they pull it. They shoot.
Yeah, you're not going to outshoot those guys.
No, you're not going to outshoot them, but they shoot it, right? They have that green light, and there's other players on that team that just shot it. Our boys, it looks like they're thinking.
Yeah,
they're thinking about, okay, yeah, and Leo's not the best shooter, but I don't care. You have to. Whoever it is, you have to be a threat offensively. So whether that's Weaver, whether that's Isaiah Hill, he has a really good move where he'll cross over, beat you, and then he'll step back and create a bunch of space. He should shoot that every time. He shoots it every once in a while. He should shoot it every time. I know he had a poor shooting night tonight, but we got to get something going. Ducell should have the green light, pull the trigger, right? Don't force it, but if there's room, you got to shoot, and you get that room by setting him a screen, by running the baseline, just something moving. You got to get open. And so these guys, I think they're thinking too much about what is coach going to say. Run the play. Why aren't you running the play? Things of that nature.
Right. Yap did it. It was completely obvious this game. Yap stopped dribbling instead of passing, cutting, really just attacking, which our guys are great at doing when they're given the freedom to do it. Yap stopped and was looking around, literally put his hands up like, what's the play call?
Right.
It's like, dude, just play ball, man. Just play ball. Don't even, if you're worried about that over winning the game, then you're going to lose the game.
Right. So what has happened is over the past, since Hut's been here, they have turned players into robots, and that's the last thing. You will not win with robots. Humans are always better than robots. Let's keep going. Eduardo Andre, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 turnover. I can't figure out Andre either, Cole. Andre looked so good at the end of last year, and there's a lot of promise, but there's been no right hand development, no weak hand development, and you heard it. Alford was telling every big that went in, takeaways left. Just sit on his left.
Nevada's whole bench, every time Andre got the ball, screamed, no right, or lefty.
Right.
Every time. So Andre in the beginning of the game had a few moves that worked, but when they take that away, he's got to go with his right, which he usually doesn't. This game he did, which I was really happy he did do that. Mm-hmm. Now there's a reason why he doesn't do that, because he's really bad. He made 1 shot, and then the next one, I don't even know if it touched the rim. Maybe it did.
The bottom of the
really bad. It was really bad. And they were all over it. So he got his few points in, and then it was over. His night was over, basically.
Yeah. It was tough. I know he was playing. He's been banged up. He's got a bum knee. But it was nice to see him back.
Play him.
But
if that's an excuse, don't play.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. Enoch Boyachi. Which I don't. Boakye Boyachi. All right. He finished with 9 points, 11 boards, and 3 turnovers. Enoch brought energy. He brought the most energy.
Yeah.
Especially when it came to grabbing rebounds. They like to throw him the lob. He had a couple dunks. He got the people going in the Save Mart Center. But it's the same thing as Andre. They double team him. He makes a really bad pass, throws it to the other side of the court for a backcourt violation. I mean, that's the one that comes to mind. And he doesn't really have a move either. And it can get frustrating. He played 20 minutes. I should say both of them were kind of in foul trouble. Andre finished the game with 4 fouls. Enoch finished the game with 3 fouls. But that shouldn't affect the way you play, in my opinion, especially this team when you have 2 bigs and then Leo, who's he's not big, but he can guard them. So anyways, that's besides the point. Is there anything you want to say about Enoch, Cole?
I enjoy Enoch.
Yeah, I do too.
And you touched on why, and that's what this team needs. So, no, I enjoy him. I think the 20 minutes he had 20 minutes. Andre had 31.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be flip-flopped.
I agree. Isaiah Hill played 38 minutes. He's finished with 6 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 turnovers. A bad shooting night for Zay. He went 2 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 6 from the 3-point line. I mean, he He was this way last year, just hot and cold. One game he goes 10. What's that?
He hasn't changed.
Yeah, no. Which that was where I was getting is like we haven't seen any growth. We want to see growth.
Hill could now. His size is an issue. It is on defense. It's an issue.
Yes.
But when he's at an off night like this, I think he benefits more from Yap being the point guard and him being just a standard shooting guard.
I agree.
Because he doesn't have to
100%.
focus on running an offense. He just can focus on scoring. And sometimes a guy like Hill needs that.
Yeah, there's no reason. It's like this is what we've talked about this before. If Ducell misses 3 in a row, they should sit Ducell and
Sit him
Zay
the rest of the game.
They should go play that position because he can play shooting guard. He can. He's a great shooter. But when he has to do everything offensively, when the offense that the coach wants to run through the point guard, he's got to do everything. And it's too much for him. And then he's small, so he's got to bang with the big boys on the defensive end, and that's tiring. It's wearing him, and it shows on the shooting end. I agree, Cole. I think that's a good call. When we went on that run, Yap was the point guard.
Yap was in?
Yeah.
And
the 5.
You name the 5.
What's that?
Yeah, name the 5.
It was Yap, Hill, Enoch, Leo Colomario, and Jalen Weaver. And everyone, my first response is, how are we going to score? That is not an offensive team. Pope's on the bench. Ducell's on the bench.
Andre, the second leading scorer of this game, is on the bench.
Yeah, Andre's on the bench. But that's when we go on the run because those are the players that play with energy defensively that turns into points offensively. And when you have Yap running things, it frees up Isaiah Hill.
Yeah.
And Jalen Weaver played 9 minutes. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'll keep going. Sorry, did you have anything to say about that, Cole?
No, keep going.
Okay, Xavier Ducell, 6 points, 2 boards, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 assist. He went 2 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. Like I said, he's not against good teams. That's going to be his stat line most of the time, unless he hits a couple more threes, because we just stick him in the corner and hopefully force his man to help, and then kick, and then he can get a shot off. We're not trying to get him open when he's clearly the best shooter on our team. So, that's not the point.
There are some plays, OB plays, where they're ran for Ducell, but everybody knows.
Right.
So,
Leo Colomario played 29 minutes, finished with 2 points, 1 steal, 1 rebound, and 1 turnover. He went 1 for 3 from the floor. You really want to see a lot more from Leo this game, especially with 29 minutes on the floor and our bigs in some foul trouble coming in and out. Leo has to be a threat offensively. He's got to score 8 to 10 points a game. He has to. And they need to come from getting rebounds. He only had 1 rebound.
Yeah. But I love Leo, and this stat line just doesn't show it. I mean, Leo's one of those guys when he's on defense and you're on offense, you're just like, this guy's just a little pest, and I don't like him here. Please sub him out. Like, he's just annoying.
Right.
And he might not have the biggest stat line, but he's always there. He's always tipping a ball. Yeah, he got called an over the back call because he's just always there. And I thought that was a bad call, by the way, on one of his 2 fouls. He's just annoying to the opposing team, and you need a guy on the floor that's like that. So I like the 29 minutes, even with that stat line. Maybe it's a little much. Offensively, yes, Caleb, he could totally obviously benefit. There was a time, I think there were 2 times he could have shot a 3. I don't think he did, and this is an assumption, but I think if he did do it, he probably would have got subbed out by Hutt, because I've seen it happen before, because they don't want him shooting. They want a guy like Ducell or Hill shooting, or Pope shooting a 3, not Leo Colomario, which I think's totally wrong.
Right. I agree. Jalen Weaver, 9 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds. That's it. He had 2 offensive rebounds, and his 2 points came from a sick putback dunk. I thought it was great.
That was the best play of the game.
Yeah, that was the play of the game. He went 0 for 1 from the 3-point line, 1 for 3 from the floor. I like Weaver, dude. I really like Weaver. He's a strong guard, and you go from guarding Isaiah Hill and Donovan Yap and playing defense on those guys, and then Jalen Weaver comes in. He's a big, strong guard. I think he would have been I know Pope was on Blackshear a lot, but I think our best option to guard Blackshear was probably Weaver because he could bang.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and for him to have 9 minutes and then come in, has an electric play, arguably play of the game, it's disappointing. And then Donovan Yap, 5 points, 5 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist, went 1 for 1 from the floor. What am I missing, Cole? Like, whenever Yap has had a great season so far, and then things get, tight. And who do we go to? We should be going to the guys that have been playing well all season. We can rely on them for a bucket, good control in the ball game. That's been Yap all season.
No, things are tight. When things are tight and you're against a really good team, 13-1 team, now 14-1 Nevada team, you got to take a risk and put in a guy that's going to make it or break it for you and make a big electric play. And those are those bottom 3 guys on minutes, or not even. Enoch, because he only played 20. Enoch, let me put it this way, Kib. Enoch, Leo, Jalen, and Donovan, they are Tom Brady running an option offense right now. They don't fit. They do not fit.
Right. I agree. We recruited them.
They need to run and gun and throw down dunks, crash the boards hard, hit the opposing team in the face, and the fact that we're not doing that and just putting Ducell in the corner, having Hill run this offense, this tiny guy who just can't physically bang, and he's not going to be able to shoot well. He's a great shooter, but he just can't do it while he's running everything. And it's the potential's there. It's just Hutt's not our guy. Everybody knows it.
That's been the problem for years now. We have good athletes. I would say really good athletes. Of what? Jalen Weaver was a high jumper, or was he a hurdler at UCLA?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, but he ran.
Oh, well, yeah, shoot, dude. Let's not forget Tavares. Tavares is also a part of that. He didn't even play. He's a stud dude running up and down the floor. Tavares, can you imagine? My goodness. What a team we have.
And we were told at the beginning of the season by Justin Hudson that this team is going to run. What's going to be the difference this year? We're going to run. We're going to play fast. I've seen spurts of it. That's it. And to be honest, I can't remember. When it was. You say that, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah, there was like a 2-minute span tonight.
Yeah, when we went on like a 10-0 run, or 5-0 run, or whatever. I'm like, and we looked great. Gosh. Total numbers, we shot 43% from the field, 40% from the 3-point line, and 64% from the free throw line. We shot 2 free throws in the first half. Nevada shot 43% from the field. They same as us. They shot 42% from the 3-point line, 2% better than us, and they shot 70%, 69.5% from the free throw line. It's so not fantastic. I mean, we're in this game, and we rebounded well, and that we just can't put it together. We can't make adjustments. We don't put our players in the best position possible to win the game, and this is what happens. And you have a score line, an in score that just doesn't add up to what really happened on the floor. So frustrating. once again. And Cole, I don't think much is going to change.
Dude, come on. We all know it's not going to change.
I do think we compete with Wyoming and San Jose State this year. Heck, maybe even Boise. Boise is not looking good this year. But if Boise figures it out, then they have a legit team with Rice and Degenhart still. I think we play San Jose State next. I haven't looked at the schedule yet. I'll pull that up. But is there anything else that we need to talk about in this game?
I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it either. Let's see. I mean, dude, give prop to Nevada, man. They're a solid team. If you like the game of basketball, watch a few games of this Nevada team. They're super fun to watch, well coached. Attitude is awesome. They have a really big rotation, especially compared to Fresno State's rotation. A lot of guys getting a lot of minutes on Nevada. Yeah,
it's a good program. Alford has done a great job with it, and he has a feel for the game. He's got a feel for the game, and they're going to be great. Our next game is against Wyoming, January 13th. So in a week that's on Saturday in Laramie. And that will be on the Mountain West Network at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. January 13th on Saturday.
Oh, wow, it is.
Against Wyoming. So I think there's a chance like we should be able to compete with Wyoming. And then after that, we get San Jose State at home. That's January 16th on a Tuesday. So it would be nice to win the next two games because then after that, we get Utah State and Boise State. Yeah.
Yeah, we need those two wins.
Yeah. We need all the
for
wins we can
boys, man. I feel bad for our boys.
Yeah, stay strong, boys. Keep playing hard. I mean, my message to the boys is just play fast. Shoot when you're open. Don't get down on yourself. Don't pick up bad habits. And go shoot. Just go in the gym and just shoot.
Obviously, our defense, dude. Check this out. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, I lost. Last 5 games, we gave up 75 points, 77 points, 67 points, 74, 72. So 4 of the last 5 games, we've given up over 70 points in a college game
per game.
Yeah, we just got to score, man. Let's go score. Obviously, our defense is going to be our defense right now. It's
our defense hasn't been great the past couple games. So really all year.
Yeah.
So we got to score. So just go score. And teams don't shoot well in the Save Mart Center. It's hard to shoot in the Save Mart Center.
Yeah.
So just go score. Go score. All right. Cole and I are going to get out of here. Well, actually, 3 positives. Cole, what were our 3 positives? Fans.
Totally.
Fast start. Fans showed up. Good. I'm happy. Thank you guys for showing up. We had a good time.
I wouldn't even say fast start though. Sorry.
Fast start. Competitive
kept
game.
It close. Competitive. We stayed competitive. Yeah. Even though to me it didn't really feel it, I can't deny that it did stay competitive.
And our 3rd positive.
Oh man, honestly, it's tough. Come on, Caleb. What can you think of?
You guys probably have some, but that's
for sure. We're just so negative, Caleb. I'm so sorry.
I know, and we were told right in the beginning they're sick of complaining, Cole. So we need to stop that.
Well, we're just kind of saying how it is. But I mean, I guess Leo getting 29 minutes. That's the only positive I can think of. And yeah, his stat line's not good. He didn't necessarily have a good game at all. But
yeah, some people would argue that Leo having 29 minutes is a positive.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but I don't really care. I like him. And and I've been right in the past before. Yeah, I've been wrong, but we're not going to talk about those.
Oh, you're brutal. I will talk about them when they come up. I will talk about them.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, you can talk when Leo comes a liability on defense, and when he stops not heckling, but just being annoying to the other team on defense. Then you can talk.
Okay.
If he ever has a game where he's just completely checked out, he looks high, chew me out.
All right. I will. No doubt. Monday, we will be talking football with Caleb Pletz. If I can, I'll get a hold of him. I will be talking football no matter what on Monday. I'm going to try and get Caleb Pletz to join me because there's been some news with, our rivals Boise just signed a 5-star backup quarterback from USC out of the transfer portal. What the heck is that about? We got to talk about what Fresno State is doing in the transfer portal because we need to be doing things in the transfer portal. And if we are, we got to talk about them. And we haven't even touched on our high school recruiting class that from this past season. So we got to talk about, Donaldson from CVC and guys like that have committed. So that will be coming up on Monday. Caleb and I will talk about all of that and more. And then Cole and I will be with you guys next week on probably that Sunday. You'll hear from us after Fresno State plays Wyoming and hopefully gets a big win in Laramie because, man, the boys need it and Cole and I need it bad because things are starting to get real negative over here.
Life's busy. And then we got to watch this stuff. And, man.
Oh, man. Well, best of luck to you guys. Hopefully we'll hear from all of you soon. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. It's been foggy and rainy. I think it's kind of fun. I like it. But by the way, it poured tonight at the game while we're walking across the street. Cars were going everywhere. But anyways, God bless you guys. And as always, even in basketball season when we're struggling, go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Jesus loves you.